Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. It is the booth with Telemore, the golden girl with the golden body and the golden voice, always giving you the golden experience. How are you doing today? You know, Mondays are always hyper. Like I said last week, I still cannot explain why, but I love Mondays. Contrary to a lot of people. Okay, I love Mondays. At the same time, I do not love Mondays. So I love Mondays when it's morning, but when it's towards night, when I know that I'm coming on air to have a family meeting with my family members, the Golden Tribe, then I'm super excited. And tonight on the show, I'm not alone. I have one special fine wine with me. I'm not going to say too much. No, we're not supposed to make any sound yet. Just be coming down. So I have a special guest with me in the studio. It's Enterprise Monday, and you know, on Enterprise Monday, we have different kind of conversations ranging from money conversation, business, career, you know, anything that has to do with all of those things I just mentioned now. So tonight we will be looking at the modeling industry in Nigeria. So my guest in the studio is Kofo Akinbote.
Oh, am I to speak now?
You're speaking already.
Speaking already. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my name is Kofo, like you said. Nice being here with you guys.
Yes, thank you so much for coming here today. You know when you invite big people like that, you'll be having one side heart attack. Will this person come? Will this person not come? So I was in a dilemma. Okay. And then when I saw him, he showed up. I'm like, okay, thank you, Jesus, he came. So how are you doing tonight?
The hype is plenty, but it's fine.
No,
I'm good.
I like to make my guests feel really special.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am feeling special right now, actually.
I know, right? No, you should feel. You cannot have me hype you and not feel special.
You cannot have me actually and not feel special. So.
Okay. All right. See, let me just warn you people. This man came ready for me. He has been tackling me since, even before we got on air. But it's all good. It's all good. So, Kofo Akinbote. I hope I got that pronunciation right.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the CEO of Wild Earning Models, an agency that has worked with different modeling talents over the years. Let me just end it at that because the profile, the profile he gave me. If I start reading it, will not leave here today.
It's our work. It's our work.
Okay, so let's just get straight to business. Now, going through your profile, I saw that you studied petroleum and gas engineering. So what brought about the career switch from petroleum and gas engineering to modeling and running a modeling agency?
Okay, like you said, let's go straight to the point. Entertainment is me, and me is entertainment basically. So it's something I've always done right from when I was really, really little. I've always been in the media space. I remember back then when I was in school, and then I was already shooting MTN adverts, shooting Junior adverts.
Okay, yeah, you're already giving them. No, we cannot be.
Okay, let me cut this short. So I've always been in the media space, and you had people wanting to do the same thing you already did back then. And we were in school, and I was already making money back then in school. So it was something I knew already. Something
like primary, secondary, or university.
University. I was already doing this. Yes. So I was already used to this back then. So it's something I could do effortlessly. So while I was doing my engineering, I was one of those people that would miss classes a lot. So school wasn't entirely fun for me at some point. But engineering was a lifelong dream. I always wanted to be a petroleum and gas engineer. So I guess I just ticked the box. Okay. So when I was done with that, I just figured, let me just go to what I know how to do, what I do best.
Okay, so you ticked the box because it is something you had always wanted to do, not because you wanted to use it as do it as a career.
I guess my mind switched at some point. Initially, when I was still way younger, I wanted to be a petroleum and gas engineer. I wanted to be a petroleum engineer, but UNILAG doesn't offer petroleum engineering, so I had to do petroleum and gas engineering. So, like I said, I had to come back to what I can do effortlessly, something that I love, something that I can do every day and not get tired of.
Okay, so is it that initially you didn't know you were going to switch back to modeling, or you knew all along?
Initially, yes, I didn't know I was going to switch back to engineering to modeling. No.
Okay, because if you knew all along, I was going to say that, okay, maybe why didn't you just go for
waste 5?
Well, not waste per se. I was going to say that, why didn't you just go for maybe theater arts or something?
Okay, nah, I would never have studied theater arts. Nah.
No, really?
Nah, not even if I come back to this life, I'll do it all over again.
Wow.
Yes, I used to be like a brainiac, like a very, very good
book.
Yes, I was good at math, so it was something that I had to do. My dad wanted him to be an architect or something in that range, something in that region, but it was engineering for me, and it was petroleum, so it's something I had to do. I just had to do it. So it's inevitable.
Okay, so when you now switched, what was your dad's reaction?
Trust me, my dad wasn't glad. Left him.
Did he disown you?
At some point, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, trust me. There was a point when me and my dad, we don't see eye to eye. Like, my dad was one of these elders in church, so I couldn't go to church during that period. I couldn't come and see him in church. My dad did this thing. My dad gave us money every week then in school. So you had to come to church or meet him somewhere to come and collect your money.
Okay.
And so Sundays were the day you collect your money. So I wasn't getting money anymore.
Are you serious?
For almost a year.
Oh wow.
My dad was like a church person, so he was an elder in church basically. So it was a problem for him. I was on dreads then. Me carrying my dreads, not bringing. They didn't understand. This was way back then, before.
No, even now, some parents still would not understand.
It's easier now.
Yeah, it's easier now, but still.
Back then it wasn't. So and I was coming my dreads then over there like, no son of mine, no point of correction, no child of mine. There are a lot of things I still can't do because of him. Not because he's going to flog me or anything, but because
it's out of respect.
Yes, out of respect, exactly.
So he doesn't have anything to say about your fine thoughts.
He hasn't seen me wear this.
So would you probably like take it off when you want to go see him?
Most definitely.
Oh wow.
Trust me, this is just between me and you.
I know someone that has, piercing on her nose, and her dad has been complaining for like forever, but now he has just,
No, I won't go on with this. This is for outside. We're outside.
We're outside. All right, so let's just when the average man hears modeling, his mind just goes straight to the runway. However, yours is in the runway.
Okay.
You're more focused on adverts. That's commercial modeling. What really is commercial modeling about?
Okay, commercial modeling is everything and anything, basically. That's commercial modeling.
That's confusing, actually.
Okay, let me narrow it down for you. Okay, advertisement is anything you see.
Okay.
Because advertising is putting something in someone's mind, not necessarily in their face now. Putting something in someone's mind. You wake up in the morning and then you see an Indomie advert. Before you know it, you feel like eating noodles or that.
Okay, so let's do this. We're not going to mention brands.
Okay.
We just look for substitutes.
Yes. Noodles. You know we're Nigerians. I'm used to it. Sorry. Forgive me. Okay, so you wake up this morning and you see a noodles advert and then you feel like taking noodles. You see a brand of Coca-Cola advert and then you feel like having that. You see a brand of Coke,
a drink.
A brand of drink, and then you feel like having that drink. You feel a particular brand of water, and then that is what you actually feel like taking. So it's them putting this thing in your mind, not even in your face. Now you keep seeing it, it keeps playing in your mind, and then before you know it, you feel like taking that thing. So entertainment is modeling is anything, or commercials basically is anything you see or that has been put in your mind as a form of marketing. Okay. Yes, it's a marketing tool basically. So because without all these adverts, there are different forms of marketing, but this is another branch of marketing, so to say. So it's modeling is basically.
That's commercial modeling.
Yeah, commercial modeling is putting a picture to it, putting a video to it, trying to explain or market products to people basically.
Okay.
So that's what
All right, before we go on with this conversation, let's just take a breather. When I get back, we'll continue this. We're looking at modeling as a career, commercial modeling as a career, and the peculiarities of the industry. And my guest here is Kofo Akinbote. All right, don't go anywhere. Just know that if you want to join the conversation, or you have questions you want to ask my guest, you know the number, right? But I'll call it again: 0913 600 0410, 0913 600 0410. But and I have a guest in the studio, Kofo Akinbote, CEO Wild Earning Models, which is an agency that is into commercial modeling. So we've been talking what commercial modeling is, and this is somebody that switched from one career to another career. All right, so I was going to ask, are there similarities between runway modeling and commercial modeling? What are the similarities, if there are, and then what are the differences?
Okay, like I said before, modeling is a marketing or an advertising tool used to put or imprint things in people's mind about a particular product.
Yeah.
So now, I make dresses. I sell dresses. I am a Louis Vuitton. I am a Gucci. I make dresses and I want to sell. I put this dress on a model's body, a guy with a well chiseled body, a lady looking so cute, so nice. So you picture yourself. We tend to picture ourselves in people or in things or in products, and then imagine me looking good, and then someone else thinks, okay, if I do the same thing this guy is doing, I'm going to look the exact same way. So that is fashion modeling, basically. Most times I go out and then people see what I wear, I'm like, oh, cool, I like what you wear. Where can I get it? Can I get it? Basically, I've advertised without even knowing.
Yeah.
I've marketed without even knowing for someone that did not even pay me. So that's fashion modeling. Now, commercial modeling is a particular brand, a particular product wants to do an ad, say any water brand.
Yeah.
Now they advertise their water with an advert. They come up with a certain theme, a certain plan, and then they do this and then they shoot an advert. The person comes, you watch it on TV and then you see it. Before you know it, maybe before you used to drink pure water. All of a sudden they tell you pure water is going to kill you or something, and then you just change your mind totally from drinking that, and because they said they have zinc in their water, they have this, they have that, it makes you live longer. I want to drink that water.
More like playing a trick on your mind.
Basically. So it's the same thing, but the same purposes, but different platforms, or different platforms, different same purposes.
Okay, so let's look at this. I mentioned something off air.
Yeah.
So some persons would really love to go into commercial modeling, but they do not like the idea of going for auditions. That can be really draining. Is there a way to maneuver it?
Okay, I told you I was going to answer when we go live.
Okay, we're live now.
Okay, now, have you heard this popular saying, there's no shortcut in life? I'm sorry, it's just the truth.
You just shut out the tip.
I'm telling you, there are no shortcuts to these things. People don't want to go through the stress of auditions. Now, there are times where, now for commercial models, people that have been in the game for long, they know that there are ways around this thing. Okay. There are some jobs that are called direct jobs. Now, these jobs, you just need to send your pictures. So you do a PowerPoint presentation for a client, you send the pictures to your clients, they make their selection. Okay. They are good with what they see, and then boom, you shoot. A lot of people have done jobs with me that all I had was their pictures, and then they got their jobs. And then there are the ones that, there are some agents that, or some clients, there are some clients that would always want to see the models. And then most times they need approval from their own clients. Yeah. So because they need approval from their clients, they need you to be in character, because most times it's a video. Imagine doing, there are different type of commercials now. Now we have OOH, which is out of home. So anything you see out of home, going from posters to flyers to billboards, those are called OOH. Okay. So OOH medium, most times it's just pictures. So basically, if someone just comes to come and take a still picture, that's within seconds. All you need to do is do your pose, strike your pose, and then we're done. Okay. Right? Now, striking pose and actually acting, because a TV commercial you watch on TV, you watch, for instance, a bottled water advert that is a full-fledged video.
Yeah.
This person needs to know how to be in character. It's almost as good as you are acting.
Being an actor.
In short, it's not even almost as good as acting. You're acting, basically. That's why you find a lot of commercial models delving into acting. You have a lot of them, the Utis of this world, Ben Rose, all of them. So you have this. You need to be able to carry the lines. They need to say that you can carry lines, you can be in character, you can do all these things. So you can't do that from the comfort of your home or by sending pictures. So you actually need to come for the audition and play it, act it out, and then they say, okay, this person is good to go.
Okay, so those ones that this audition ads that say, oh, send in your picture, blah blah blah, are those just for prints?
Not necessarily. Most times, okay, imagine they want to do an ad now. You have about 500,000 people sending pictures. It's stressful and draining auditioning 1,000 people. So you cut down to what you actually really want. So now you do a shortlist. It's called a shortlist. So now you should, let's assume you got 1,000 entries. You prune it down to about 10, 15, 20 people for the role you are looking for. So you getting these 10, 20 people to come into audition for the role. Now the best man wins. That's how it works basically. So the person that best fits or best suits the role gets the job.
So basically what you're saying, bottom line, is that you cannot be a commercial model without going for auditions.
That means you're not listening to me, because I said
bottom line, I just wanted us to summarize the whole thing.
60-70% of the time.
60-70%. Okay. I was going to ask something about direct job, but let's just move on. To join the conversation, 0913-600-0410, if you have any question for my guest, he's ready to answer you. Just do so as soon as possible before he leaves here. So, what is the industry standard as regards sharing formula between a model and the agency?
In this side of the world, there's this popular saying, the same cast there.
What's that?
You're about to cast it. Okay. Standard, basically, it's anybody that wants to come into modeling, you should be prepared to do 70-30.
70 belongs to who?
70 belongs to the act.
Okay, I want to feel.
No, don't be scared. Okay. So 30 goes to the agent. That's the modeling agent. Now it varies. We have some people that, I don't want to use the word greedy, but that's the word for it. They're greedy and they go outside the norm.
That's the act or the agency?
The model cannot be greedy now. Who's giving the job? It's the agent who's giving the job. So we have some greedy agents basically. So they will come and then a lot of people don't know this, but if you don't know this, you just join the modeling industry. The standard is actually 70-30. Anybody that collects more than that from you is basically a thief. So some agents will come and they tell you, I got you this direct job because you didn't come for an audition. Now that's the problem with direct jobs. Because you didn't come for an audition, now the agent will most likely tell you, we're doing 60-40. You take 60, I take 40. Sometimes some agents will even say 50-50.
Why? Will it be on the basis of, they actually convinced the clients to pick you or what?
Yes, most times on the basis of you didn't come for an audition, I convinced the client to pick you. If I didn't push for you in particular, you would have gotten the job. So many different excuses, but regardless, it's just meant to be 70-30. Outside the 70-30, the only other amount that's meant to leave your money is VAT.
Okay.
Which is standard.
Yeah, that will be done by the agency as well.
Yeah, exactly. So VAT, because the agent pays VAT, it's a registered company, so you pay VAT. So 7.5% VAT, 5% VAT, depending on which one you pay. So that initially is removed from the money. Then every other thing is now calculated 70-30.
Okay, the VAT goes out first, then.
The VAT goes out first, then everything follows.
Okay, interesting. So I was watching a video this afternoon, and I listened to a particular model saying one or two things, and then I picked something. She was trying to, she mentioned, of course it's not my field, so I don't really know, so I said, okay, I was going to ask you, what's the difference between an extra, a featured role, and then a main role?
Okay, I would answer you as let me use layman term.
Yes, layman term.
Now, an extra is those people that when you're watching a movie or a commercial, they just walk past.
Waka pass.
Yes, waka pass. That's just the word. You don't necessarily see their face. As an extra, your face is not meant to show. Now, for a lot of models don't know this. But as an extra, the moment they call you for the role of an extra, if your face shows, like you can actually capture your face, you can do a screen munch of it. Your fee is meant to change. Now, a lot of agencies take advantage of people that don't know this. And because of the way the system is run over here, they don't. The moment you're playing a role and your face is showing, any role, like you can really tell that that's this person. I know that guy.
Yeah.
The person's fee changes. So extras fee is meant to be the least amongst all those things you just mentioned. You just mentioned extra, featured cast, then the lead. That is how it is categorized. Extras, featured. So featured casts are still extras, but now there are extras that are animated. So for instance, now you see someone on TV, maybe they say he won ₦1 million. He's not the main character now. Now you have the main character being a celebrity of some sort, or some other person that was picked as the main character. So now you see someone that has this animated look of surprise, and there's a still camera on him for a few seconds. Like, okay, you see that shock on his face. The person his eyes are brighter and wider and everything, and then so he's animated basically, and he might actually say a line like maybe "wow" or "yay," that kind of thing. When someone does that, that's a featured cast.
Okay.
I'm trying to break it down in layman terms, like I said. Now the lead is the person that has the full lines, that comes on here and says, "Oh, I just won 8,000 naira. I just won 10,000 naira. Thank you very much." And the person has different lines, maybe dialogues during the commercial. That is the lead.
Okay. Could we have more than one lead in a commercial?
Depending on the angle the director or the client wants the ad to go, you can actually have 100 lead, no featured and no extra.
Oh wow.
You can have 2,000 leads, no featured, no extra,
and they all get the same pay.
That is how it should be.
Okay, that's how it should be. Okay.
Depending on different parameters.
All right. Okay, so I'll just before I ask this final question, do you have any other thing you want to say that you feel I've not asked as regards the industry?
I don't want to break table.
Hey.
I don't want to break table, but a lot of things are done wrong in the modeling industry. A lot. A lot of people keep quiet about it. People who have modeled and then they become celebrities, they tend to forget that things are. It's terrible. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's the best way to put it. You send someone to for a job. The person gets there. The client knew the person was coming, and then you tell the person to be going back home. It's not done anyway. If you're going to reject someone, normally the way things used to be, there used to be what they call rejection fee.
Okay.
So rejection fee is if you don't, you can actually decide you don't want to use the person anymore. It's your client, it's your job, basically, it's your product. So you can tell me you don't want to use me anymore. But now there's what they call rejection fee. The moment you've contracted me in the first place, we sign a contract, which is 50% of the original sum. So for instance, I was contracted for ₦1 million.
Okay.
If you're going to tell me to go back home, you need to give me 50% of that. That's 500,000. So it's a win-win for me that way. I get to do some other job, because now there's what they call competitive brand. If you shoot product A, you said I shouldn't call names. I shouldn't.
No, please don't.
I'm not going to do that. So okay, how would I put it down? Now we're in science class now. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I think that's now. There are two science classes. There's SS1A and there's SS1B. There's SS1C. Now, if you've done this is a better way of putting it. You got into SS1 and then you put in your SS1A.
Okay.
You know you cannot do second term in SS1B, right?
Yes.
And you cannot do third term in SS1C. So that is how.
So it has to be SS1A
all through for that full year, not even the term now, for the full year.
Yeah.
You're not going to school, I understand. So for the full year, you're in SS1A. You can now get to SS2 and change to SS2B. But for SS1, you are in A all through. except maybe they feel that you are greater than good, and they take it to the principal. So basically, that's how it works. Basically, so now you find out that these things, before there used to be this channel where it works. The job comes from the clients to the advertising agency. Now you have a lot of production houses. Then before it gets to the models, so a lot of people have cut money everywhere. So by the time it's coming from the clients to the advertising agency, let me just give example now. Now the money might be about a million or 1.5 million naira for the model. The production house now comes into play. The production house will cut it to maybe 500, 400, 300k.
How much is cutting again?
Now there's a lot of sublets in between. So before you know it might have like a 3, 4, 5 chain that reduces the money to the barest minimum. Now the client thinks he paid 1.5 million naira.
Okay.
But the model gets 100,000 naira.
Oh, that's terrible.
It is, trust me.
Okay, we'll just hang it there on this one. I wish we could go on and on, but really, if you continue at this rate, you definitely will shatter a lot of things beyond repair. Okay, so in less than in maybe 5 minutes or less than, just for an aspiring model, someone who's going to commercial modeling, what does it take to be in that space?
Okay, like you said,
thrive in it.
Let me be quick with this. If you want to model, you should be prepared to take studio pictures.
Okay.
That's first things first. Without studio pictures, you can't model, because your pictures speak for you, and you are competing with people that have way better studio pictures. People that are way finer than you to start with. Now, there's something about modeling that. There's something about modeling people don't know. Anybody can model. Because everybody is not going to play mechanic. So people tend to forget that everybody cannot play mechanic. If you're a fine boy, you cannot play mechanic. Yes. If they need a role for someone, if you want to play Santa now, they cannot use someone with small belly for Santa.
Yeah.
They need someone with pot belly with very big belly. So everybody can actually model. There's a role for everybody. All ages. Sometimes they need a model that is a baby. Sometimes they need a model that is a 64-year-old woman. So there's role for everybody. So, but first things first, like I said, you need to have studio pictures, because that's what gets presented to the clients. Without the studio pictures, what speaks for you? They can't use your voice. Modeling is not a voice thing; it's a face thing. It's a body thing. So it's not a voice thing. You need to always have studio pictures. Now you need to update your studio pictures from time to time, because.
Like how often?
I would say every 6 to 8 months, because if you look at your phone, the pictures you took 6 months ago are not as clear as the pictures you take now.
True.
The quality drops because all these phones are always updating.
Yes.
The same thing with the cameras. The pictures are always updating. So in few months time, your pictures are looking blurry. If it's not looking blurry, it's not as fine as it was actually. If you go back and look at your Facebook pictures of 3 years ago, you are finer now. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Okay. You said it all.
And then look for a modeling agent, a good one.
Okay, a good one.
I guess that's the nail in the coffin, final nail in the coffin.
Okay, thank you so much for saying a whole lot in very short time. I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming, and I hope that one of these days you'll be able to come again. Would you?
That's not a problem.
Okay. All right.
Don't forget, voiceovers are also part of modeling. Voiceover artist.
Voice acting.
Yeah, voice acting. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Kofo Akinbote, for coming to the studio tonight. I really appreciate it. And like I said, one of these days, I'd like to have you again on my show where we get to talk extensively. I hope so.
My pleasure.
All right. Thank you so much for being a part of this segment. Do stay tuned. I'll bring you What's Up Social segment up next. It is still the booth with Telemore on Mainland 98.3 FM. I need to take a breather.
Follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. On Twitter at Mainland FM. We are the sound of Lagos.